So good day everyone, and you're welcome to our creative writing class. And before anything else, I would like to review with you our PVMO here in our campus, Northeast Susan Adventist College, for our philosophy to restore in man the image of his maker through harmonious development of mental, physical, social, and spiritual faculties. Our mission is passion for quality and excellence, recognize professional leadership in the educational ministry or industry. Our vision, Nella College is a Christ-centered training institution that provides a well-balanced Christian education to its graduates to succeed in life. The school aims to pursue higher education programs anchored on desirable values and unwavering faith in God. Okay, for our course description, so creative writing. So this course focuses on the pre-service teachers' acquisition and application of the theories, concepts, and skills in creative writing to include biographical sketches, fiction, creative nonfiction, and poetry. The course also integrates the relationship of language and writing as a macro skill in the teaching-learning process and asks them to prepare original compositions in expository and creative writing. With this, they will be able to demonstrate creative writing content knowledge and skills as an avenue to embody personal and professional reflection and learning to improve one's practice. So, course learning outcomes. So, at the end of the course, the pre-service teachers should be able to, number one, demonstrate content knowledge and application of the competencies, principles, techniques, and styles and skills in collecting original paragraphs, following different orders of organization, and in writing an expository text of a topic of interest. And letter B or number 2, perform and produce creative texts like biographical sketches, fiction, nonfiction, and poetry. Okay, so we're ready. So our time is for Monday, 2:15 to 3:15 in the afternoon, and for Wednesday and Friday, 10:15 to 11:15. So we'll also use the learning management system and some PowerPoint presentations will be given as well. So let's now proceed to the Module 1. So Module 1 talks about the creative in creative writing. So the question here is how to be a writer. Okay, as it says in one quotation that great writers are born, not made. So do you believe so, that great writers are born? No, of course. But if you believe, then it's up to you. So accomplishing the exercises in this textbook and course, so if you have accomplished all the exercises in this textbook or course, so I will be assuring you that you will be one of the best creative writers, not just here in the Philippines, but the whole world perhaps. So you decide. So why are you going to take this subject? So maybe back in your mind, so you want to be a professional writer. Or you just want to say, like, I used to be a writer in high school, or I used to be a writer in college. But of course, since you are pursuing education programs here in our institution, you should decide to be a professional writer. Because later on, you will be applying all the things that you have learned in this subject to your respective endeavor. So this is creative writing. So expect for many writing activities that will surely be compiled and will serve as your memory in this subject. Okay. So why do we need to know that we are just an apprentice writer as of the meantime? So what are expected to you as an apprentice writer? So first, your willingness to, number 1, to be trained. So I will just be here to be your facilitator. And second one, to be taught the rules. So rules are really important. Number three, to trust your mentor or to trust me as your facilitator. And number four, to be greater than everything thought to you. So these are just principles and theories. So later on, we'll all be applying them in our writing activities. So good advice, just do it and do more always. So as the saying, practice makes da 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 da. And I know that you know already the succeeding lines of that. Next is the art of creative writing. So if we are to compare creative writing to other writings, like in contrast to analytic or pragmatic forms of literature, like professional, journalistic, academic, medical, scientific, business, or technical writing. So creative writing is different from these kinds of writing. So you will probably know that creative writing when you experience it either as a reader or a writer. Okay, you probably get the glimpse or the gist of creative writing once you have experienced it. So what is creative writing then? So creative writing is any writing that is original, artistic, and self-expressive. Its purpose is to entertain and share human experiences. And it does so by expressing feelings of thoughts that are born out of the imagination, as you can see in poetry, fiction, plays, and personal essays, because it uses a lot of imagination. Creative writing is also called imaginative writing or literature, as opposed to technical or academic writing. And the main goal of which is to present facts. So I'm dealing with academic writing, is to present facts. Said another way, creative or imaginative writing. So creative writing is also considered as imaginative writing. So if we are to look to the contents of creative writing, so number one thing to consider is the works of fiction. So fiction can be a short story, novel, novella, even a joke that are inherently creative because they are made up stuffed. Next one are poetries, or the word poetry. So it includes songs, riddles, and proverbs. It includes also plays, like screenplays, teleplays, stage plays, and radio plays. So these things require a significant level of imaginative and creative thing. Okay? Because when you want to create or to make, like for example, a play, so you should use your whole imagination, the setting, the setup, the people included, the characters, something like that. Okay. Next thing is creative writer. Yes, you are the creative writer. So like painters, okay, they can paint like familiar scenes and pictures, strange and unfamiliar words and creatures. Okay. So for us and for you as future creative writers or the writers, so they can be real, okay, as Juan Crisostomo Ibarra in the stories of Dr. Jose Rizal. So as fantastic as well as Spider-Man, as ordinary setting as Luneta, and as surreal like the underground or underneath the earth or the middle earth. Okay, so surreal means marked by the intense irrational reality of a dream. So you can be like that. So you can have your wildest imagination or creation fueled by personal or your sensory experiences because you were the one who have experienced it. So the great lesson in creative writing is write what you know. Okay, and that should be the perspective of the writer. Okay. So another writer, really? Okay. So let's take a look with this setup. The feeling of dread and anxiety when you are faced with a blank page to fill. I know that if you are not really good in writing or doesn't know anything about writing, so our great fear is to face a blank page, right? Or a blank monitor or screen. And the question is, are there still people who still want to write creatively in our time or this generation? Of course, it is being reflected by lots of vloggers online, lots of Wattpad users. So of course, if there are Wattpad users and readers, there are also the ones who created them. We have also writing contests. There are also people submitting to magazines. Like here in Adventist, we have the Philippine Publishing House and book publishers like Diwa, Phoenix, and so many more. So we really need this generation creative writers. Okay, our responses can be number one. So why not be a creative writer or a writer? Maybe either there is a great fame. Second one, although no money in writing. Number three, or there is money even if you aren't a famous writer. Number four, or there is money and fame in writing. Or number five, there is great joy, not just fame and everything. So great artists, great writers, great composers take time, okay, for them to become creative writers. That is why it is a great challenge for you as third year. So you're already third year in your college years, and it is expected for you to at least do things, okay, beyond the expectation of your teachers, because you are soon to be with your own workplaces. And of course, if you are a graduate, for example, of our institution, there is much expectation from you. So whatever your motivation for writing turns out to be, and whatever struggles and triumphs you have in writing, look forward to the act of creation, of writing creatively, because it will, and it does, give you a great deal of meaning and satisfaction in life. Okay, so I hope that I have introduced and have given you at least a background of what we're going to study in this course or subject, creative writing.